Friend told me that when he went to go use the internet browser in his Cybertruck today, that he found his kids on eBay. What did you tell him? I told him if they were there the next day, he should lower the price. I heard that someone put a hole in one of my neighbor's Cybertrucks yesterday. Yeah, the police are looking into it. Hey, what's that? That's the rearview mirror to my Cybertruck. Are you sorry you took it out? Not at all. I'm actually very happy. So happy that I'll probably never look back. And you probably will never look back once you've installed the Streaming Rearview Mirror from Hansshow. This is a welcome modification for the Cybertruck and one that Tesla probably should have included with the Cybertruck to begin with. Cybertruck owners already know that our current rearview mirror situation is pretty much useless, especially when the tonneau cover is closed, which is most of the time. Of course, there's a camera on the tailgate that already acts as a rearview mirror for that massive Cybertruck display, but even that has its limitations, like how it's replaced by the side camera for when you turn your blinkers on, or how it will stare at the pavement when the tailgate is open to transport something that's oversized, or how the visibility is reduced when rain splashes onto the camera. However, companies like Hansshow have stepped in with a modification that honestly makes driving the Cybertruck that much more enjoyable. A rearview mirror that not only acts like a rearview mirror, but is also able to look down into the truck bed for those times that you might want to keep an eye on things when the tonneau cover is open and the tailgate is down. It even includes a bonus front-facing dash cam. And although the Hansshow Streaming Rearview Mirror has been out for some time, this one I'm going to show you today is their latest version with some rather welcome improvements. A large angular display and an integrated dashcam camera that's built right into the rearview mirror itself. This eliminates that clunky camera and all those extra cables required. And the camera for the rearview mirror itself is smaller as opposed to that larger pyramid assembly from the prior version. Hansshow does offer a nice looking aerodynamic camera enclosure for $10 more, which I will show you later. Okay, with that intro out of the way, let's jump right in for a quick unboxing before I show you how to install it. Before we jump into the installation itself, allow me to share a little advice. This installation truly isn't difficult, especially if you take your time and if you plan ahead, which is something French chefs like to call mise en place, which means everything in its place. French chefs make it a practice to have all of their ingredients and cooking utensils ready to go before they even begin to cook. So I'm going to suggest that you do the exact same thing by having all of your Hansshow rearview mirror components and tools all laid out and ready to go before you start. Do that and I promise you that this installation will go very smoothly. By the way, I use this Cybertruck vault locker table, which I'll show you at the end of the video. I will also leave links to everything in the video in the description below. Anyway, let's do a quick run through of what to expect before we begin. On the interior, we will need to remove and replace the Cybertruck rearview mirror with the one from Hansshow. More on that in a moment. We will also run a power cable from the rearview mirror to a power block beneath a trim panel on the passenger side. We will also run a camera cable from the new rearview mirror to the back of the Cybertruck just above the tonneau cover. Let's also familiarize ourselves with what needs to be loosened or removed during the installation process. On the inside, there's the rearview mirror cover and the gear shift selector cover. Additionally, a passenger side panel will need to be removed in order to connect to the power block that's underneath. On the outside, there are door seals on both the front and rear doors, an upper body seal, and both of the B and C pillar housings will all need to be loosened in order to run the camera cable to the back of the Cybertruck. There's also a roof applique and this trim piece by the tonneau cover that needs to be loosened or removed. Now that you're familiarized with everything, let's start with step number 1. Remove the Cybertruck rearview mirror. Use the included trim removal tool to pop off this cover, which will give you access to the screw that holds the Cybertruck rearview mirror in place. Once off, use the included Torx screwdriver to detach the rearview mirror and to be sure to save the screw, as you will need it to mount the new rearview mirror from Hansshow. Step number 2, remove both the mirror and gear shift covers. To do this, move the sun visors off to the side, as they will only be in the way. Next, pop off the rear view mirror cover by simply using your fingers to unsnap it. I suggest that you do this from the very front of the cover itself. Next up is the gear shift selector cover. I work the trim removal tool evenly around both sides until the clip's released. Once off, I suggest removing this connector in order to give yourself a little more room to work. And when you do, you'll get this on-screen message, which isn't a big deal. Step number 3. Unclip the headliner, as you will need the space underneath this to run and hide all the excess camera wire. To do this, you will again need the trim removal tool. Don't worry about this falling down, as Tesla already has safety straps in place. Step number 4, expose the Cybertruck power connector. To do this, we will need to access the power block beneath this side trim. And to gain access to that, we'll again use the trim removal tool to unclip this small trim panel here on the side before using your hand to unclip this larger trim on the passenger side. Step number 5, connecting the power cable. The power cable for the Hansshow Rearview Mirror is a bypass cable, which means that we'll disconnect the original cable and plug the male side of the rearview mirror cable into the power block, and then the cable that we just removed into the female end of the rearview mirror power cable. After that, we simply tuck all the excess cable into this area before moving on to step number 6. And step number 6 is running the power cable up to where the Hansshow Rearview Mirror will be installed. After unwrapping the end of the power cable that runs to the mirror, we will need to pull down the front door seal. Not only does this come off easily, but it'll go back up just as easily later on. Anyway, once this door seal is removed, we'll see a gap in which to run the power cable up towards the headliner. One word of advice. I've seen multiple installation videos where this cable is routed beneath this side curtain airbag, but keep in mind that the airbag explodes downward in an accident, so I highly recommend that you run this power cable and the camera cable, which we'll see in a few minutes, over this airbag so as not to interfere with the deployment of the airbag itself. I used another trim removal tool that I had on hand to fish the power cable over that airbag, but it's also possible to fish it through by hand. Step number 7, position the camera wire. Simply position the rear view mirror side of the camera cable towards the rear view mirror cover with enough slack to reach the Hansshow Rearview Mirror. This will take us to step number 8, mounting the Hansshow Rearview Mirror to the Cybertruck. To do this, we'll first need to tear away this decorative cover. This gives us room to route both the power and camera cables to our new rearview mirror. Make sure there's enough slack in these wires to reach the ports of the new Hansshow Rearview Mirror. Next, we'll snap the mirror cover back into place with our hand. And next, we're going to repurpose that screw from the Cybertruck rearview mirror because we'll need it to mount the Hansshow rearview mirror. Once that's done, it's time to reinstall the gear shift selector cover by first reconnecting the green cable that we removed earlier, and then making sure that the power and camera cables run through the middle of this channel so as not to interfere with the clips that hold the gear shift selector cover back in place. Now that we're done with the inside, let's move on to step 9. And step number 9 is running the camera cable outside. Once again, be sure to run your camera cable over the side curtain airbags for the reasons that I mentioned earlier. Although the front and back door seals do come down very easily, the upper body seal won't fully pull down unless we loosen both the B and C pillar camera housing. To do this, we'll remove this cover with the trim removal tool to expose a single bolt that holds the housing in place. Hansshow, of course, includes the tool for that bolt as well. Once the bolt is removed, wiggle the housing down and away from the upper body seal. Repeat this for the C pillar housing now as well. As we route the camera wire past the C pillar, we are now very close to the truck bed. So we'll need to unscrew and remove the panel above the tonneau cover. I wound up removing the entire trim panel, but you really only need to remove one side in order to run the camera cable to the Cybertruck bed. And whether you remove one side or the entire panel, I recommend that you stuff a rag into the opening below this screw to avoid accidentally dropping the bolt down in a tonneau cover track. Now, if this is the first time this panel has ever been removed, it might take a little force to unseat it. In this case, I used a rubber mallet wrapped in cloth, but you can actually use the back side of your hand to push it upward. Now, there's just one more thing we need to do, and that's unclip this roof applique with the trim removal tool. We don't need to remove the entire applique, just the part closest to the truck bed. Be sure to keep the wire away from the tonneau cover track as we route the wire inside the Cybertruck bed. Because we need to measure for a center point for the mounting of the camera, I simply used a point between the two stainless steel body panels and came up with 64 inches, which is of course 32 inches for the center point. I then placed a strip of painter's tape on the glass roof to mark that center point. Now we're on to step 10. Eliminate the camera wire slack and reinstall all trims, seals, and the B and C pillar camera housings. Yes, we're on the home stretch now as we begin to button everything up. But before we actually reinstall everything that was either loosened or removed, we'll need to pull out the slack from the camera wire and tuck all the excess cable into the headliner. The best way to do this is by pulling all this excess camera wire underneath the seals as we work our way forward and reinstall all these seals as we go. Once the seals are popped back in place, we'll next need to bolt the B and C pillar camera housings back down again. And once the extra camera wire is tucked into the headliner, we can now pop it back into place with a few light taps to re-engage the clips that hold it in place. Same for the roof applique, and now it's time for the final step, is where we will mount the camera and finally get a chance to admire our work. Using the center point that we marked earlier on the painter's tape, reinstall the trim panel piece above the tonneau cover, making sure that the camera wire comes through at that center point. Then mount the camera to the trim piece with the 3M adhesive tape that's on the camera itself. Once you're happy with that placement, reinsert the screws back into the trim and secure the trim panel back in place. And just as a reminder, if you think this item is for you and you want to purchase the new Hansshow Streaming Rearview Mirror, be sure to use my discount code TESLAPILOT to save 10% off the purchase price. Because once you do, I'm sure, probably never look back. Well, that's the latest version of the streaming Hansshow Rearview Mirror. If you found this video helpful, please click the like button, which will help get this video out to others that might also be interested in one for their Cybertruck. Also, if you haven't already subscribed, please consider doing so, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you are alerted to any new videos that I post in the future. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.
Passing through max Q. Point of greatest aerodynamic pressure on the vehicle.